I just wish that you could have been here instead of a bracelet, okay? Because the last thing I need is another bracelet.
For the record, everybody thought this video was made because at the time you were dating Puff.
Yes.
Yeah, and everybody thought this video was directed towards him to say, look, man, you correct me if I'm wrong. We know you're this hip-hop mogul. You got the clothes, you got everything, all the money in the world, but my love doesn't cost a thing. You know?
It's definitely a sentiment of what I was feeling at that time. I always feel like when you go with what's going on with you, things you really relate to and connect to, it's most likely there's somebody else out there who's going to relate to it as well. And at that time, I really felt like, and I still do to this day, that it isn't about material things. That stuff is all fun and fine and dandy. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is love and family. And at that time, it was just really almost epiphanizing to me, you know what I mean? And it was funny because I was dating Puffy at the time, and he was very generous with gifts and stuff like that, and people knew it, so they thought it was directed right at him. But it was more about me. That's why the concept of this video was to come out of this huge mansion with all this jewelry, with the fly bag and the fly car, and then little by little, strip away, and get down. And then the happiest that this girl is, or I am by the end of the video, is when I'm there with nothing on, just at the beach, in nature, away from all of the kind of like material things. Just leave the car on the side of the road, take off the fur. That was the idea of it. It's like you don't need all those things to be happy. And when people realize that, it's a freeing thing.
Now, is this the video where you take off your top?
Yeah, and that's a funny thing too, because in this video, nobody knew I was gonna do that. I told Paul, like, by the end, you know, we'll be at the beach in a little shirt, in my shirt or whatever, you know, and taking off my pants and just like throw myself in the water. But I didn't tell him when the camera followed me into the water. I went into the water. The camera, when I followed me in there, he's up to here in his clothes in the water. And at the last minute, I always had it in my head that the last paring down would be for me to kind of take off my shirt and throw it at the camera. And I only did it one time. I never did it again. He was like, do it again, do it again. I was like, nope, that's it.
Yeah.
You can use it or you can't use it. But it was an idea that I had. It wasn't something that just happened. There it is.
There it is. You're such a tease. You're such a tease.
It worked.
It worked, yeah.
It worked. It
Leave them hanging.
It worked in the theme of what it was.
And this was actually the first song off that new album too, right?
First song off of the J.Lo album.
You always seem to make a statement in those first singles.
Well, that's because you have like a rejuvenated energy. It's like you've been waiting the whole time. You've been doing this whole album, working on it for months and months and months, and now you're about to come with your best and brightest right off the top and really set the tone for the rest of the record.